Hello there, this is Momentous 2016. It's a networking event for businesses to come and show off their companies. And right now we're going to talk about AudioBoom. We've got Rob Proctor just here to chat all about it. So, wow, this is an incredible company because it's moving very fast. Can you just explain exactly what it is?
Yeah, so we're an end-to-end platform that allows big publishers and broadcasters to create, upload, store, and then syndicate and distribute digital audio. So we don't do music, we're all spoken word, and working with people like News Corp. We distribute into Spotify. We're a global partner with iTunes. We're the only global content partner for Google Play outside of the US. So all about monetization, so as well as all the functionality to record and distribute, we actually have advertising platforms to do pre, mid, and post-roll advertising.
Okay, and is advertising how you make most of your money then?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a totally ad-supported platform currently. We are just about to change up how you get accounts and channels on AudioBoom. So for smaller people, they will be able to soon come on the platform and actually pay us a monthly fee, because in reality they probably won't be large enough to make advertising viable for them. So we're going to allow them to use all the functionality, but they'll have to pay monthly for that.
Okay, and why would someone want to get stuck in with your company? What would be the advantages? What would excite them about it?
From a content point of view or a shareholder point of view?
Both.
From a content point of view, the key thing with all media is distribution. Mm-hmm. So anybody can make great quality content, but unless you're the BBC or unless you're global radio, who's going to hear that? So we've worked very hard to create a distribution platform, not only with our content partners, who can then share content between each other. So we might get a clip from Man City TV, for instance, convert that to audio, it's on our platform, but then The Sun might be writing an article, they'll pick up that audio and drop it within their website as well. We also distribute, as I say, to iTunes, to Google Play. We can even distribute into Twitter and Facebook and monetizing those areas as well. So it's an end-to-end platform. So for content creators, you know you have an audience day one. Mm-hmm. I think for shareholders, I know probably the easiest way to sum it up, we're an AIM-listed company. We have a market cap of about $22 million at the moment. We are the global platform. We are the #1 platform in what we do. We're seeing new companies come into our space in the US. One of them's just raised $15 million at a $50 million valuation. We're on the AIM market at $22 million, and we're the dominant global player. So the market will decide what value you have at the end of the day, but we know where we sit in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. You were saying earlier that 80% of your company is in the US.
Yep.
Is that set to remain? You're setting to grow in the US?
We're going to grow that. So, I mean, we've obviously controlled costs over the last year, as current shareholders will know, by reducing kind of headcount and an overall cost in the UK, which is a tougher market to monetize because of our good partner, the BBC. So we're further reducing costs in the UK, and we're diverting that revenue, that expenditure, I should say, into the US operation. So we're just taking a new office in the US. We're building our own studios there, which will do audio and video. Many of the podcasts we record now, they actually want it in video as well to distribute to YouTube. We can monetize in there as well. So for us, it's all about the US and India now coming behind. We're a UK company. We're not a UK-focused company anymore. Okay. So that will probably lead to me, I mean, it's not set in stone right now, but probably come March or April next year, I'll be moving to New York and running the company out of the US.
Okay. Has anyone got any questions for Rob here from AudioBoom? Oh, hi. Sorry.
Can you just tell us, for the next 6 months, what are the 2 or 3 milestones the investors could expect the company is focusing on?
I think the key milestone, I think with most AIM-listed companies like ourselves, is around revenues. We started monetizing properly at the end of 15. Q1 was good, Q2 was okay. We know that Q3, that's just finished, is performed well above market expectations. I can't really say any more than that. We have an RNS coming out on Monday, so it'll all be in that. And we are fully confident that we are going to well exceed the full year expectation for the company. I think it's about growth from there. We have a number in the market for 17. We're already looking at 17. Our pre-booked revenues right now are exceeding what we'll do the full year in 16 already for 17. We have a market number of 5.4 million for next year. And again, we fully expect to hit, if not go past that number. The milestones are all about the money.
Okay, so you're on the right track.
Yeah, for
basically.
sure.
Okay, anything else for AudioBoom?
You've got 222 million listens down for the first half of the year. Are you expecting to farly exceed that, or?
That's actually a really good question. So 3 weeks ago, the IAB, Internet Advertising Bureau, came out with a new set of standards for on-demand and podcasting in terms of how you calculate listens. So what they've come out with is a measure called UFRs, which is unique file requests. So we've just adopted UFR as our standard. Q3 is showing, on the new standard, 10% growth from Q2. The reason they've adopted that is, without being too technical, a UFR comes off the log file and you can't argue with the number. A listen you can count in multiple different ways. You may have seen the incident with Facebook and Plays a couple of weeks ago. So we've adopted UFRs. It will change the number, but we're going to show Q2 to Q3 in our RNS, and then we'll show Q4 to Q3 at the end of the year. Like for like, will probably be, this is not set in stone, we'll probably be 40 to 50% up, H2 to H1. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? So in terms of your company, you were talking about listeners, and where do you see it going? What's kind of the end game? What's the dream with this?
For the company, I think the drive to profitability. Podcasting is a massively expanding area right now. When you marry the growth in podcast listening to the move in digital spend, so the latest survey from, I believe it was Edison a couple of weeks ago, came out, digital audio spend is due to double over the next 3 to 6 months in the US market. The growth in listeners is actually exceeding that. So it's making a huge nascent market. We have the platform, we have the content partners to drive us through profitability. So we're a standalone company, we will be a standalone company. The space is definitely coming together. We're looking at a couple of acquisitions right now ourselves. We are very close to companies like Sony and Vivendi and various other companies that like what we do. We platform for them. Could that be a natural extension of what they do as a Vivendi, as a media organization? Yes, it could. Likewise, we see Spotify in talks to buy SoundCloud. The market's coming together. So we're driving to be a standalone company. Will that always be the case? Who knows? Okay, so tons of opportunity, basically. Absolutely. All right, Rob Proctor from AudioBoom here at Momentous 2016. Thank you very much. Thank you. Round of applause there.